Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy back at it again. What's going on this Friday afternoon slash evening for those that are from afar and you know what I mean on the East Coast, man. So what's going on, everybody? Um, it's a Friday night live. It's been a minute since I've done these, man, and there's no agenda, man. It's just talking football, talking whatever. Jessica Tabor, what's going on, girl? What's happening? Showing love to the Facebook crew. What's happening, y'all? Um, just wanted to because it's been a minute since I've done these, man. So like, it's nice to just come on here and just talk football, man. Because a lot of y'all have some questions. A lot of y'all just wondering what's going on with the team. What is the outlook? I mean, what do we bring forward? I mean, a lot of things, man. So the show is gonna be run by the members, right? It's gonna be run by the big squad. So whatever y'all want to talk about, we doing it. There's no agenda, man. Y'all running this thing, man. So what's up to Asset? I see Jamie Osgood in the building. What's going on, my man? Charlie, my guy, Apex. I gotta give a shout out to everybody, man. It's been a minute. Bill Harvey, let's talk some football, man. Just some football, man. Let's try to lighten things up. I hear you, man. I'm with you on that one. Sammy, I see you, man. Sammy Rivas always showing love, man. Chuck, Big Chuck, what's happening, man? So there's 64 viewers as we speak. Let's try to ramp these things up, man. It's the Rico report. David J, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rico report. Y'all like that? Yeah, it's a TRR, TRR. It's the Rico report. Uh, I kind of have a nice ring to it. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So let's get to it. I wanna bring something up, and this is skill related. And it's been kind of sitting with me a little bit. Davis Webb was, if I remember correctly, was a third round pick when he was drafted like a few years back, right? And never could make it work, never panned out for him, right? Um, Barry Cumberbatch, I see you, my brother. How are you, man? So never could make it work, can never could make it happen, right? So now that he's been on the Bills roster, on the practice squad, seeing how we run things, noticing that we have Bitcoin Barkley, which is going to be coming into his last year of his contract, if my memory serves me correct. So yes, we did draft Jake Fromm. We definitely did. One of the things that stands out is his. They say his arm isn't as strong as they would like it to be. Davis Webb does have those tools. So I wonder if with the everything going on and with Davis Webb being somewhat of a coach on the field whenever these guys are doing these little workouts with each other, that's invaluable. That's really big because that's someone that knows Dable's system pretty damn good. If he's the one that's sitting here with the little paperwork for my guy Joe Kroom, shout out to my guy Joe Kroom with the exclusive. He's got the paperwork pretty much running practice. So that's very valuable to Josh Allen's development. Maybe this guy becomes the backup that we really want, right? Once, of course, Bitcoin Barkley is a not retained, if he is or not, or if he's retained, then it is what it is. But it's very interesting to see Davis Webb getting a little more love. You know what I mean? Like nobody would have known about this had Joe Kroom not mentioned it, man. Yo, guess who was running this whole thing, man? It was Davis Webb. So I'm really looking forward to this upcoming offseason, this short offseason, this kind of off season, to see what's going on because everything right now is being freaking virtual online. All these trainings are done online, man. Yo, we are in such weird times, man. It's craziness, but leadership is everything. Leadership is key. Leadership keeps things together. Leadership allows, you know what I'm saying, like tough love to be given. So maybe Davis Webb becomes that guy. Maybe he does. That's real, man. Maybe he does. So I found that very interesting. No doubt about it. Um, so I'm going by questions that you guys want to ask by all means. So that was one of them that got touched on. So let me see what we have here. Sammy Rivas, I see you, brother. So somebody mentioned Voshawn Joseph. Voshawn Joseph, my guy, Adam Nanini. Yo, Adam, that hair, bro, yo, is wild, bro. That boy's got a nice little afro on him. My guy Adam Nanini mentions his Voshawn Joseph. Is he for real? I liked Voshon Joseph when we drafted him. I know that we had interest in Voshon Joseph, um, but the question is he real? I mean, look what we did with linebacker. This is what kind of concerns me a little bit. We got Matakevich we brought in, Klein we brought in, so we brought some depth in at linebacker. So Voshon Joseph, I was hoping that he was going to be able to take, maybe a nice little leap this year, but he's going to have some competition. And the numbers, it's a numbers game too, right? How many linebackers are going to keep? So I look forward to seeing what Voshon Joseph does. Now, is he straight depth and only depth slash special teams, and that's that? Maybe. But I want to see him give me something, because that one preseason game still stands out to me when dude had like 11 tackles and he was just all over the place. We're like, yo, who is that? Oh shit, that's Voshon? Okay. So that game stands out to me, but I know he's got a whole lot of things to work on. There's no question about it. So that being said, with the people that we brought in, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to see him make this roster. But I like the depth that we have. We got Corey Thompson on there, so we gotta let things play out. We gotta let things play out. I don't think he's gonna just get cut just like that. I think he's going to be on the squad, at least contribute special team wise. Now, whether he gets playing time, that's another thing. And here's another thing: one man gang. Lorenzo Alexander still isn't. I mean, yes, he's retired or he's out the game. He says I'm finished with y'all, can leave me alone. I'm doing my thing. However, I'm sure he's staying ready, just like Fred Jackson. When Fred Jackson was out the league, the first 2 years he was out the league, he still kind of stayed in shape just in case. And I saw with my own eyes, man, that boy was still in shape. I bet you he's still in shape right now. You feel me? Obviously, it's not the case right now for him to come through, but y'all catch what I'm saying. So I would not be surprised if Lorenzo Alexander, they work something on and say, yo, man, this is going to be a short off season. You know the system. You're a great leader in the locker room. Yo, come back, but I'm not asking you to be a starter, but yo, maybe if things work out, maybe you will be a starter. But I need you to be on the squad. I wouldn't be surprised, man. So now, if that is the case, Voshon Joseph potentially could be looking on the way out. You know what I mean? Looking inside, kind of saying like, yo, you guys gonna let me in or not? One man gang just took your spot, my man. But we'll see. We shall see. But leadership is everything, man. When you look at McDermott and who he's brought onto the squad, it's all about that strong personality, strong leadership in the locker room. So it doesn't surprise me, which is a nice little segue I'm about to get into. It does not surprise me that they have, for now, gone ahead and kept Jake Fromm on the squad. I'm of the opinion that with all that's going on and with what's happened, especially at the beginning, I'll tell you that right now. Especially at the beginning, I was all about, get rid of him, cut him. It's a wrap. Not that serious in terms of skill wise. Like he's not our franchise guy, so I'm not too worried about it. He's a backup quarterback. So initially, that's exactly what I thought. Then I started thinking about it. So many of us say dumb things, do dumb things. You know what I'm saying? And it gets held against these players. Like they're supposed to be held on some kind of high podium, right? And we hold them to this high standard, this high podium, and we expect them to be perfection. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect. Okay, these dudes are gonna screw up. However, there's a big however. When you say certain things, there's certain things that have to be addressed. Certain things that have to be addressed. And they've addressed it, and they're saying, "Yo, we're keeping them." So hopefully it's a thin line. Hopefully we're on the right side of this thin line. Maybe this young man gets his act together, and the leadership in this locker room will overcome this. We overcame it with my guy Josh Allen. I'm sure we'll be able to do it with Jake Fromm. But I'm of the opinion I would have just got rid of him and just called it a day and just keep moving. But I get it. I totally get it. If you're going to keep him, you're going to show that if I can do it for one person, I got to do it for another. And we have enough leadership in this locker room that we can overcome this. And the fact that we got a good head coach, I'm feeling it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the decision they made. I get it. Let's just put it this way. I get it. Richard Forbes. What's my man Richard Forbes saying? Josh Allen passing percentage is 70% this year. Yes or no, Rico? And chat. Right around that 70 mark? Ooh, no, sir. I do not see Josh. This is not Madden. Right now, oh, shoot. I got to give a shout out to my guy, Jamie Osgood. Jamie Osgood showing some love Richard Forbes, I'll be right back, homie. But Richard, Jamie Osgood, show him some love. Bing, biggity, bing, my guy. Just a few bucks for the work you put in. Jamie Osgood, you're a real one, man. I appreciate that. For real. I really do. And this is why I love y'all, man. For real, man. This is it, man. Y'all show support. Y'all been supporting since day one, and you guys are real ones, so we really appreciate it. So no doubt appreciate that. Mr. Forbes, 70% for Josh Allen. Put it this way: if Josh Allen is throwing for 70%, there is a very fantastic chance we are going to the Super Bowl. If he's throwing for 70% completion percentage, with the weapons that we have on this, we have a fantastic opportunity to go to Super Bowl. Strong chance. But 70%, that's not his MO, man. That's not what he does. let's keep it real. That's not what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's in that 60 range. 61 maybe. But he's in that 60 range, 59 to 60. So if we can get a boost from 60, 59, we'll call it 59, we'll call it 60. If we can get a boost from Josh Allen from 60% to like 64, 65, yo, that's a big jump. Year 3 is huge. We need that for my guy. Year 3 is massive. So if we can get that from Josh and he gives us over 63, 64, 65%, boy, we laughing. We are laughing. Golly, man. That'd be big. My guy Bill Harvey. So do you think Barkley is going to be gone this year before the season starts? I don't think he's going to be gone. I think he's going to remain as our backup. It's next year that we're going to have to make a decision on Bitcoin Barkley. This year, he's our backup. There's no question about it. I'm not even worried about that. As for my guy Jake Fromm, he's competing. He's competing now. If he beats out, if it's blatant that he's just much better than Bitcoin, then there's a different ballgame now. Now we got to talk about it because Davis Webb, although he's on the practice squad bubble type of player, we'll see how things play out this offseason, right? If he's coaching, you got a guy that could be a valuable piece to two young quarterbacks in Allen and Fromm. But I cannot see Barkley being gone this year. Next year is a different ballgame, but we'll find out soon enough. We'll find out soon enough. We'll find out. Let me see what people are talking about right now. This better be on Facebook. Of course it's on Facebook, man. This is better for me on Facebook. Oh, okay, cool, man. If this is good for you on Facebook, yo, let's do what it do. I like it. I'm glad. What do we got? Do you think they'll start the season with fans in the stands? David J. Jones, do you think they'll start the season with fans? I would really hope so. I really do, man. Because this whole COVID-19 thing is it's crazy because I'm to the point where I'm hearing very often that yo, I am done with this. Yo, forget about this COVID thing. I'm over with it. It's not over. It's not, man. It's still out there. They're just not made. They may not be talking about as much because obviously there's things in the forefront right now. But COVID is very much still there, my people. And I'm telling you right now, it would be lovely to have fans in stands. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. They're going to come. I mean, I think the NFL is going to really, really pay attention to see what it's going to look like when the NBA starts with no fans in the stands when they do things. I think they're doing it in Florida. So they're going to see how that goes. There's also the notion that we could, I mean, somebody's trying to make up, I don't want to say make up, excuse me, but there is a company that's trying to potentially have virtual fans, right? And sound simulation. That would be cool. I mean, I'm sure it's happening right now, or they've tried it other places, but having things pumped into the stands and make it seem like there's fans in the stands, that'd be cool. I kind of like the idea of not having fans in the stands, only so you can hear everything that's going on the field. Communication, linebackers kind of picking out what you're seeing and all this stuff, and quarterbacks saying check this, check that. I kind of like that. So if we can make that happen, that'd be cool. But it'd be so weird not having fans in the stands, man. So I'm hopeful that things can kind of go back to normal. We have fans in the stands. If they modify it where they have, I don't know, they're gonna try to make this a social distancing fans in the stands type of thing, 2 meters apart. But what if you're in a group of 4 or 5? I don't know, man. I mean, unless you just say I need tickets with a group of 5, and they'll place you guys together, and then I don't know, have you 2 meters away from somebody else, and I don't know how they're gonna do it, man. So it's either there's nobody in the stands, or they do they spread it out so much, or they just have a capacity of, like, instead of 70,000 people, you're down to like 30. I don't know, but it should be hella interesting. It should be hella interesting. My man Sam Dubs says, "How many sacks does Ed Oliver gain this year?" I've spoken on this before, but I think if suspension or not, because I think he might get suspended for a couple games, maybe, depending. We'll see how that plays out, because that's kind of been, nobody's really talking about that right now. But Ed Oliver, I'd say a nice number for him this year is to have, I'd say, like 6 sacks. 6.5 sacks is legit. That's nice. If you can get 7 to 8, yo, we're laughing. In year 2, getting 8 sacks, that'd be dope. But realistically, 7 to 8 would be ideal for Ed Oliver. So with this little incident that's happened to him, hopefully that he's honed in and ready to roll, and he's focused. He's got nothing distracting him, and he can get rolling. I think we'll be all right with that. I think that would be an ideal number for him. The ref says, "What's good, Rico? What's going on, the ref? What's going on? What's Clinton got to say?" Let me see. "Do you think Trent makes opening day roster?" Trent Murphy. Honestly, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. With the amount of people that we brought onto this team, with Jefferson, with Vernon, with Mario Addison, I can't see him making the squad, man. And you got Daryl Johnson on top of that. You got Jerry Hughes there. And you paid big money to Mario Addison. So I don't know, man. I can't see it happening. I think they hold on to him unless somebody gets injured. So you don't want to cut him right now. But if everybody stays healthy, and I presume that he's going to get beat out of his position, and we have AJ Epinesa, like, come on, let's keep it real here. So it's his chances of making the squad are thin. But we will, I think, in my opinion, I think we keep him up until before season starts. And if everybody's healthy, everybody's good to go, we'll save that cash. We will save that cash. What is he? They owe like 8 mil, 9 mil. There's no way we're getting him all that money just sit on the squad to be second fiddle. Nah. So I think he gets cut. I think we just hold on to him until somebody wants to trade for him, which I highly doubt, or we just cut him. Release. That's the way I look at it. AK Cash says, "Hey Rico, who you got at cornerback 2 and nickel starters?" So cornerback 2 is Josh Norman. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it. They're paying him a good chunk of money, so and he's coming into a familiar system with coaching and all that good stuff. So he's cornerback number 2. And that's something ridiculous happens, that he's super trash once the offseason starts and we actually start seeing things and reading reports, which I highly doubt is going to happen. But if it does happen, that's the only way he doesn't get number 2. Levi Wallace is still one of my guys that I like a lot. I think he took a little step back at the end of the season last year. He playing a little tentative, a little off, playing a little shook, a little scared. We can't have that as a cornerback too. We need some cojones. You know what I'm saying? So I think Norman brings that to the table. So I think he's cornerback 2. Nickel starter. So I gotta say this though. My man Pierre put this on me, right? Because I remember we touched on I think one of my last live shows that I did was referring to weakest link on the team. And I pointed to Josh Norman as our weakest link, right? Because when you look around, we have a very solid team, right? From your linemen to your linebackers, to your corners to your safeties, right? And the weakest link, based on his history, I said Josh Norman. But it was brought to my attention that if you look a little deeper, a little closer, look at the cornerback nickel position. Look at the nickel position. And I'm like, okay, what about it? I like Teron Johnson. Teron Johnson is solid. Love that dude. Hits like a ton of bricks. Doesn't care. I mean, he's going after you regardless. That's right. Cool. But he can't stay healthy. So I'm like, ooh, okay, that's a good point. Although the slot position is pretty much his to lose. I mean, we got EJ Gaines on the squad again. EJ can play inside and out. But like when he can't stay healthy, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem when your cornerback can't stay healthy. That's why you have guys like Saron Neal that comes in, right? You have like Origo Milano will be split out with covering some slot guys. So do they trust Teron enough to stay healthy? Who knows? That's why they brought in the EJ Gaineses. You know what I mean? That's why we have guys like Cam Lewis. So we shall see. We shall see. So I look forward to seeing how this all plays out. But Teron Johnson needs to stay healthy, man, because I love his game. I love the way he plays. He's nasty with it, and he doesn't care who he hits. He's a thumper, right? But then you have guys like Saron Neal that can come in and complement that because he's a big type DB that you need. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that plays out. We'll definitely see how that plays out. I really thought that we're probably gonna go and draft Chin, right, to really take that spot, but that's not how it played out. So it should be interesting. But I like the nickel position in Teron Johnson. But if he can stay healthy, man, I think we'll be just fine. I think we will be just fine. Who we got? Corey Buffalo. What's going on, my guy? Do you think the change in venue for training camp have any impact on the team? I think they'll prefer it, really, because I think they're closer to home. When you go to St. John Fisher, you're staying in dorms and you're away from your fam and you're doing all that stuff. The fact that you're in the stadium now, a little more comfort. You know the place. You're all about it. So I think it'll have good impact on the team. They're familiar with it already, and they're not having to travel all over the place and stay away from the fam. So I think it works out for them. It's in their favor. So all teams are doing it, and I think they'll appreciate it. The facility's there. All their stuff is there. You know what I'm saying? You got your nutrition guys, your chefs there. The gym is there. The freaking huge facility that they paid for. Oh yeah, they will enjoy being at home instead of St. John Fisher. So that's what I'm talking about. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I'm just looking at some of the questions here. So you guys are still talking about Jessica Tabor's talking about Voshon Joseph as a good special teamer. He definitely would be a good special teamer. That boy hits like a ton of bricks, man. So yeah, man, no doubt. So I'm just scrolling down here because I know I missed a few questions. So I'm just trying to catch up right now. So Jacob Andrew says, how many receivers are we keeping? I say 7. Diggs, Brown, Beasley, Roberts, Davis, Hodgins, McKenzie. I think 7 is the number, especially because hold on, 9. Especially because the roster has gone up now. So instead of 53-man roster, it's a 55-man roster. So we have the ability to keep an extra receiver, 7. So Diggs, Brown, Beasley, that's the big 3. Then you got Roberts, your return guy, that's 4. Gabe Davis, 5. Hodgins, so you say both receivers, both rookie guys make it. So you're gonna disrespect my guy Duke Williams like that? You gonna disrespect my guy Duke Williams like that? Let me tell you something. The competition will be between Davis and Robert Foster. Okay, so let's not forget Foster. Although I think that he will get cut this year based on who we brought in and who we drafted. Okay, but the competition is still going to be there. So Robert Foster is going to have to go up against Davis, right? And Davis is going to have to prove himself. Robert Foster has the advantage, so does Duke Williams, because they are familiar with the offense. They are already familiar with the scheme and the offensive coordinator. And on top of that, most importantly, the quarterback. So they already have the advantage over these 2 receivers, okay? And Hodgins is going to go up against Duke Williams. And Duke Williams, stop sleeping on that man. I'm telling y'all, just because we brought these rookies in, don't mean that Duke Williams is all of a sudden out the door. So that competition is going to be fierce. I like that you got McKenzie on the squad. I do. But you can't. You're eliminating Duke Williams, man. So McKenzie, they brought him back. So I think they like him a lot. And I like McKenzie too. He gives us that gadget end around, you know what I'm saying, jet sweep type of guy. So I like McKenzie for that. But that Duke Williams-Hodgins battle is going to be interesting. And that Gabe Davis, Robert Foster is going to be interesting. But I'll give the edge to Gabe Davis over Foster. That's for sure. But don't sleep on Duke Williams, man. Please don't do that. Don't do that to him. Jamie Osgood, if you had told me in 2015 that one day Josh Norman might be with the might be the Bills' weakest link in 2020, I'm telling you, man. Based on, that's to show you how far we've come. And what McBean has done with this roster, man. They flipped this roster to be competitive in all facets, man. Cornerback room, solid. Safety room, solid. Linebacking crew, solid. Defensive front, solid. You know what I'm saying? So we got a solid team altogether. Real talk, man. Real talk. So yeah, 2020, man. 2020, it's the 2020 started rough. We are in a rough 2020 year, man. But listen, we're in the first half of the 2020. We're going into the second half of 2020. Hopefully, we finish 2020 strong, because right now we are taking an L. Humanity right now is taking an L right now with 2020. So second half of 2020, we're going into June. You know what I mean? We're right now in the second half. Let's turn it around. Shit. Let's turn it around, people. Let's turn this mess around. Nick Robinson says, "Yo, Rico, just joined into the chat. Have you discussed the Jake Fromm issue yet? I was kind of shocked by it. I mean, I touched on it yesterday. You got to check out the live I did yesterday. I'm gonna touch on it a little bit again. I got no problem touching on it. We make bonehead mistakes. We say bonehead things. Know who you're keeping in your company. He's gonna learn that at a young age. He's gonna learn that now. You got to keep your circles nice and small, nice and tight. And whoever let that thing go, man, got betrayed. But nonetheless, we say dumb things. You know better. We got to be better. And I'm not gonna touch too much on it because I already did. But team has already kind of pretty much are saying that we're keeping him. They're actually just saying that we already know about the situation and we'll work with him closely. It looks like they're keeping him. I mean, they do. They just invested a 5th round pick into him. So business is business. So they're gonna keep him, and then we'll go from there. We'll see. And if he's utterly trash once the season comes around and off season and he's just not cutting it, then it just gives him more reason to just say, yo, bye bye. You know what I'm saying? But if he's doing it, then we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what we got. So Dane Jackson got quick feet for slot. Oh, I forgot about my guy Dane Jackson. So thank you, my man Bobby Ray. So when you have guys like Teron Johnson that here and there can't stay healthy, and then we bring in 7th rounder and Dane Jackson. Shoot, I forgot about that. So he's gonna be pushing for spot 2. So stop playing games, man. Levi Wallace, stop playing games. You're gonna have some competition. We're gonna have some competition. And he plays on the inside, and he got quick feet, and he's aggressive. He's just as aggressive, and he's a small frame, right? So I don't know how they're finding these guys a small frame, but just they got a nastiness to them. I'll take it every day. So Dane Jackson, oh my God, thank you, Bobby. I totally forgot about Dane Jackson, man. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's going to be fun in training camp. Yo, y'all better keep your eye peeled for that right now. What's my guy Len Brown saying? Len Brown says our defense can be number 1 this year. We absolutely can. We just have sometimes there's games, man, where I think like we're doing so well, and then we just let off a rip of a 25-yard run, and then it's a 22-yard run. Then we're like, we just get gashed. I remember those games, man, where I'm like, yo, what is going on, man? Like they're just running right at us. Star, what are you doing? Ed, you keep falling on the ground. Like, what's going on? Get up. You know what I mean? Like those are times where you got frustrated as heck when those things were happening. So that being said, I think that we are destined to remain top 5. And if Josh Allen takes a leap and he's doing extremely well, it allows the defense to pin their ears back and get after that quarterback and get after the defense. But if we're playing catch-up mode, it becomes a different ballgame. So if we start dominating early, our offense is clicking. You know what I'm saying? Stefon Diggs is just lighting dudes up. Man, that defense can just chill and be like, all right, when is our turn to get on the field so we can get that work? Like when can AJ Epinesa get up there and create pressure and get the sacks? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking forward to. So can we be number 1? Heck yeah, we can be number 1. We definitely can. What do we got? So I got Jacob Anderson says, what are your thoughts on the crowd noise being pumped into the stadium? Our team relies on a lot of crowd noise. We create a lot of crowd noise ourselves. Like, you go to these home games, man, especially home opener. Yo, the Bills fans are like no other. And I've never been to any other stadium. So I'm clearly biased, right? But I've had a lot of friends that have gone to other stadiums and they come to the Bills game and say, yo, man, this is like no other. So I take it from other people that I talk to. And we have quite a bit of support from the fans. Now, if they're pumping, if they have to because there's less people in the stands, so be it. You got to give the team some kind of motivation, right? Because the team gets a lot of hype from us when we pump them up. So I can totally see that. Nicholas Evans. How do you feel about our tight end room? I honestly feel good about our tight end room. I felt good about it last year, and I still feel good about it this year. So here's how the tight end room shapes up. So you got your Dawson Knox, you got your Croft. Tyler Croft is now going to be coming into a year healthy, right from the jump. So he will then present to us what we wanted last year. I mean, we're paying him some decent money, man. So I know, although he did take a little bit of a pay cut, but nonetheless, you got Croft and Dawson Knox that's gonna be leading the way. All right, and then you've also got Sweeney. You got Lee Smith that's there. I don't know what they're gonna do with Lee Smith. I could be without Lee Smith. I mean, I don't really care, but they like him, so they might retain. They might hold his services. And then last but not least, Jason Kroom's on there. So I'm not sleeping on Jason Kroom either. My man can come in and do what he did at the end of the season in Josh's rookie season until he got hurt in last year in the offseason. My man was rolling. He was doing well. He was destined to potentially make the roster until he got hurt. So I anticipate Jason Kroom doing the same thing, pushing the envelope. Don't sleep on that man, and he's gonna make some work. He's gonna make some work. He's gonna do it. So it's gonna be fun to see how this shapes out this year. Come the tight end room. By the way, there's 100 people watching right now. Shout out to you guys. Listen, man, show some love. Smash that like. If you're not following us or somebody tagged you in and said, "Yo, check this out," do me a favor. Follow us. Hit that like. Continue to show love, and then we'll still bring you the heat because we got a slew of things going on right now. So we got our podcast networks that's bumping, that's popping right now. We have the Bills guys coming on, showing love on the YouTube channel, going twice a week. Bills guys are putting in the work. Shout out to my guy Steve and Steve. Yo, Steve got me laughing because he put a video out that's got me rolling right now. But anyway, Steve and Dave they're killing it right now. Tilt Money. So shout out to my boys, man. They're doing big things right now. But yeah, man, I feel good about the tight end room. The tight end room, I'm confident, and what I'm more confident about it is that my quarterback in Josh Allen is very comfortable with Dawson Knox. He's very comfortable with Sweeney. It was very clear last year in the offseason, and I know he's comfortable with Jason Kroom. So it's just a matter of them coming together and making sure that they're right, they're tight, ready to roll for the season, man. Let's roll. Somebody asked, do the Bills cut DeMarco? They like DeMarco. They're going to keep DeMarco. DeMarco is a valuable piece on this team, so I think they keep him. I don't think he goes anywhere. So I think he's going to be stuck with us for quite some time. Unless the Sledgehammer, our rookie that we just brought in, takes his spot. He knows what we know what's going on, man. My boy Sledge is on. He's gonna be nipping at DeMarco's heels, man. We didn't bring in the free agent for no reason. So let's make it happen. Let's totally make it happen. So it's gonna be very fun. There's gonna be competition rampant all year round. So the fullback position is not a lock. Tight end position is open. Who's gonna be the second tight end? Who's gonna be the third? Right? We're gonna find out. Is Lee Smith expandable? Can we get rid of him? Or does he remain? So we're going to find out, man. People, we are going to find out. Let me see what we got here. So the question is, will Bass make the team? Tyler Bass. Dwight Schwager. Here's the deal. The coach pretty much said, the front office pretty much told Hauschka, it's your job to lose. Your job. So if you not cutting it, and you're missing easy field goals and chip shots and all that stuff, and Tyler Bass is on your heels, he will supplant you and he will be the starter. So pressure is on, Mr. Hauschka. You know what I'm saying? So that will be fun to see. There's going to be, man, they're building this team to compete heavy. Nobody's job is safe except for Trey White. That man's job is safe as hell. Who do we got? Joshua Urich, I think that's what it is. Rico, what do you think about the Duke Williams at tight end? Duke Williams at tight end. I mean, I'm sure he could play the position. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he could work on his pass blocking and his run block. But I kind of like him as a big slot, big inside interior receiver. I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Dominate the linebackers, dominate tiny little corners that are trying to cover you, little safeties. My man's 6'3". You know what I'm saying? He's a big boy, so try covering that in the slot. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. So I look forward to seeing that. But Duke at the tight end, interesting. McDermott likes his vets, but saves a few bucks and cuts DeMarco for Gilliam. That's the possibility. That's what I'm talking about, man. Sledge could push for a position. Sledge could push for a position, man. So we're good for that. Yo, my man Barry Cumberbatch says, yo, Rico, man, he already lost it. Honestly, man, when you draft a kicker, what do we draft him in the sixth round? I think we drafted him in the sixth round. I can't remember exactly where we drafted him. Sixth or seventh round. That's for a kicker to be drafted, not brought in as a free agent. He got drafted. So I'm gonna tell you this. Maybe he already lost it. It's hard for me to say like he lost it already, but I'm gonna tell you, when you draft a kicker, either you fold right now and say, yo, man, yo, cut, just release me. I'm not doing this. Y'all, you guys are just gonna play me. So just let me release me, let me go and compete and find myself another job. Or he's gonna compete and say, nah, this rookie ain't gonna take my spot. So guess what? You gotta step your game up. That's the way it works. If we feel that you're not cutting it, we're gonna bring in competition and we're gonna find out what you're made of. That's it. That's all. It's simple. It is simple. See, Barry doesn't agree with Duke Williams going to tight end room. He says it's already a crowded already. What will Duke bring to the tight end room that Kroom it doesn't bring? Exactly right. You're absolutely right on that. Thank you very much for bringing that up. Rage Dog says Duke's not a tight end, good downfield blocking, but he's not a pass blocker. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. What do we got here? Steven Campione says, Rico, what's good, my dude? I'm camping with crappy service, but that won't keep me from a live stream, yo. Support to my guy Steven, man. That's love, man. That's love, man. That's why I love y'all, man. You guys are dope. You guys are dope people. Let me see what we got. What do we got? Who's asking questions here? So how do I feel about our linebackers after losing Zoe? I'm okay with them, man. I'm good. I like Zoe because Zoe, that boy hit like a ton of bricks. I don't know what kind of fountain of youth he found that was able to keep him around for quite some time, but I appreciate it when he was on the squad and the leadership he brought to the team. You know what I'm saying? So, but every good thing must come to an end, right? So he did his thing, and I think he's instilled a presence in that locker room that I'm sure these guys will still uphold and continue. But I'm okay with the linebacker room. Matakevich, you got Klein, you got Milano, you got Thompson, you got Edmonds, you got Voshan Joseph, you got Tyrell Dotson, you got Woodyard. I think where's my book? We have another linebacker. A lot of you guys don't know about these guys, man. But we got some depth at linebacker. Some names that you're not familiar with, but you will start to hear about these guys. Delshawn Phillips. That's what you guys need to know. You go. So we got Tyrell Dotson and Delshawn Phillips. So look for these guys to create some depth. So am I okay with the linebacking crew? Yeah, I'm good. Will we be looking to bring on some depth some more with, so roster cuts and so on and so forth? I am sure of it that McBean is going to be scouring the league to see what's going on. They will be. Len Brown says, drop Fromm and pick up your boy Rico. Nate Peterman. Yo, I was about to rock my Nate Peterman shirt to troll some of y'all, man. But I'm not in the mood to troll. I'm usually a big troll, but I'm not in the mood to troll today. What do we got? Jacob Andrews says that McDermott is loyal to DeMarco and Lee Smith. Those are his boys. Yeah. Until training camp comes along and you see Gilliam starts doing work. Or you start seeing Lee Smith getting outworked by Jason Kroom. And then you're going to have no choice but to use your eyes and say, okay, that's not working out. That's not working out. Let me see what we got here. Chris Matlock. Does the pass rush improve on the edge this year? Is Jerry fading? Ooh, that's a good one. If you were to talk to Kevin, Papa Peck has been riding Jerry Hughes for so long, saying that he's overrated and this, that, and the third. When you look at the statistics, he's not wrong statistically, right? But he brings more to our defense than just the sacks, right? He's a good run defender. He sets the edge real nice, and he's got a little nasty to him. We know that, but he's got some bonehead in him as well. However, does it improve this year? Absolutely. How could it not? So you bring in an AJ Epinesa, you bring in a Quentin Jefferson, you bring in a Vernon Butler. So we already have improved from last year. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we lost some guys. We lost Phillips Jordan Phillips to Arizona, but then we gained in Butler. We gained in Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? We gained in Harry Phillips coming back. So I think our pass rush is going to improve this year. It better improve, because if we bring in all those names and we don't produce, epic disappointment. It's an epic disappointment. That's just what it. That's exactly what it's gonna be, man. What do we got? We got fantasy question. Here we go. How much usage can we expect? How much usage can we expect from Singletary this year? How much will Moss take from his production? Well, based on how they used Singletary last year with Frank Gore, and Frank Gore spelling Devin Singletary, you know what I mean, on certain downs and distances, I can see that happening again this year with Moss being the guy that spells him, but you got a fresher, younger back. But Singletary, the way he's been working this offseason, he's working as if he's ready to be the bell cow runner. Give me the ball all day, every day, right? And they might then squeeze in Moss in the red zone. But the way that my man's is looking swole in these pictures, running up hills on highways and stuff, I think that the fantasy value for Singletary is going to be quite high. So I'm going to put it out there. If you take Singletary, handcuff Singletary with Moss. You got to. If you take Singletary, you got to handcuff. For those that don't know fantasy and you don't know what I'm talking about, take them both. Because if Singletary goes down, at least you have Moss that can come in. Handcuff them both, man. Take them both. Then you have production for both. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just saying, man. Hear me out. Angel Medina says, "Hey Rico, how do you know when they're gonna release the exact date when Buffalo Bills are playing against Denver Broncos, planning going to that game?" Well, the schedule's out right now. The schedule is out, so find out. Just look at the schedule, and go from there. I think I'm reading your question correctly. Yeah, I'm reading your question correctly. So yeah, you got to check the schedule and find out what they're doing. Now, are you wondering if they're gonna flex it? If that's what you're wondering. That I don't know. They won't tell you until like week prior, in that regard. Do you think the Bills can make the Super Bowl run? You damn right we can. Why not? Of course we can. We got the pieces. We have the pieces. We definitely can. So it's definitely a possibility for sure. There's no question about it. So Jose Carlos Rodrigo says Singletary needs 20 to 25 touches a game for the Bills to be successful. 20 to 25 touches a game, that's quite a bit. Because he was getting between 10 and 13, and he was giving us great production. Between 10, we'll say 10 to 15 touches a game. 20 to 25, you're telling me that you want him to be the bell cow, and you got my man's is just going to be there to kind of spell him on a few plays. I think it'll probably be more like 15 to 20 touches. I think he's earned that. But I can't see him going 20 to 25. But if we do go 20 to 25, that means my man is cooking. So I'll take that. Nicholas Evans. This is why I love the Bills, man. They create competition in camp. Give everyone a chance. You're absolutely right. They don't just throw guys out there. May the best man win. I'm mostly excited for our tight end room, camp for two. I'm telling you, man, everywhere you look, there's going to be competition. It's going to be nice to look at the fullbacks, DeMarco and Gilliam. You're going to look at the receiving room. You got Foster is going to go up against Gabe. Duke against Isaiah. McKenzie pretty much on his own if he can squeeze out. If we keep 7, if we keep 6, who knows, right? You can even go as far as there's competition at the backup spot with maybe Davis, Webb, Barkley, and Fromm. Go to the competition at cornerback. You got Dane Jackson in the slot with Teron Johnson. You got Cam Lewis that's going to be in there in the mix trying to make some noise in the slot. You got Levi Wallace against Josh Norman. Although Josh Norman is going to be the starter, Levi Wallace is going to competing. So it's gonna be cool, man. I like it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am looking forward to it. Let me see what we got. So here's a good question. It only hurts when you lie. Says, who's most likely to be replaced if Juwan Johnson takes over the position at safety? Who does he replace? I mean, the only way Juwan Johnson is getting in at safety is one of the guys goes down. He's not. They just gave Poyer his deal. You know what I'm saying? And Micah Hyde is solid as can be. So we have great depth at safety. That's the only way I can tell you. Does he overtake someone? If he's going to beat someone out, um, I mean, he's got to earn his keep, man. Yo, we got two solid ass safeties. So we just got great depth in Johnson. I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna keep it a buck and keep it that way, man. Barry Cumberbatch. Both Singletary and Moss are beast. Short yardage game will be on point this year. You're damn right. We just got to make sure that our offensive coordinator puts us in position to have these short yardage, you know what I'm saying, down in distances, right? So your 2nd and 4s, your 3rd and 2s, instead of these 2nd and 9s, right? So if we can minimize these down in distances and keep them nice and short, yo, we're laughing. We are laughing. Let me see what we got. Who got this? He says, Dan Brown says, can we get a Motor and Mayhem shirt going? Motor and Mayhem. See, if Zach Moss's nickname is Mayhem, I haven't seen that written anywhere. But we got to see what he's giving us first on the field. We got to see what he gives us first. If he's creating mayhem for the defense, shit, we can make that work. We can make that work. But we would jump in the gun if we start calling him Mayhem and he becomes Buns. You feel me? We don't want that. We don't want that. Nicholas Evans says, do you think any UDFA signing is going to make the roster or the practice squad? I like Reggie Gilliam. Beats out DeMarco. Reggie Gilliam could be nice. I mean, that's the one that stands out to me right now. Undrafted free agents. I mean, I'm trying to think right now on the top of my head, the undrafted free agents. Did I write that down? Gilliam is definitely one of them that's going to be interesting to watch and pay attention to. See, I don't have my my undrafted guys list here. Sorry, in my other book. But Gilliam is the one that stands out to me right now when it comes to the undrafted guys. Let me see if I have if I wrote them down here. Nah, I didn't. I never wrote them down. Damn, I thought I did. Never did. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it. I love seeing an underdog story where a guy that you never expected to come in and starts competing and makes a squad. Shoot, I'm taking that all day, man. I love that. That's a story that I love seeing. Somebody, I hate when people ask me this stuff. The record prediction. I don't know, 16-0. How about that? 16-0. You know what I mean? Just 4 games at a time. 4 games at a time, man. First quarter, let's go 4-0. Second quarter, let's go 8-0. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can look at it, man. Let's go 4 games at a time and let's make it work. Carlos, he says, goal number 1, AFC title. Understood. Does a playoff win or 2 equal a successful year? To me, an L in the wildcard game is a busted season, AFC East crown or not. What are your thoughts? I mean, we made it to the playoffs, first round. And we were very close to making it to the second round. So right now, making it to the playoffs is, and I mean, it's soon for me to say it, but it's the norm. You know what I mean? I feel weird saying it, but we've done it 2 out of 3 years now. So like it should be expected. So now that we expect to make the playoffs, especially because now instead of 6 teams making it, 7 teams will make it. Yeah, damn right. The being bounced out of the first round is not acceptable. We're for sure gonna make it. I don't want to say for sure, but we have a very strong possibility of making the playoffs. We can't mess that up. We can't mess that up. So we got to win the first round so we can go into the second round. We haven't done that since the 90s. It's disgusting. We need to get our shit together. We need to get our crap together, people. That's what it is. What do we got here? Amy Pekowski says, hey, Rico, one of my favorite Bills men. I feel you. Okay. Eric Gresslow, what's your thoughts on Christian Wade? I still feel he's got a shot to be a beast as a third stringer. Some people get sick of hearing about him. So let me just keep it a buck here. Christian Wade is cool. I'm in strong belief that making it as a running back is not going to happen. It's just not. We brought in a special teamer in Tywan Jones, so he's back with the squad. Great special teams player. We got Moss. We got DeMarco. You know what I mean? We got Singletary. So where does Christian Wade fit in? Special teams, Tywan Jones is there. So Christian Wade might be looking on. I mean, we might put him on the practice squad. That's probably where he's going to end up. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably remove him off the exempt list and put him on the practice squad. But that's as far as it goes, fellas. Sorry to burst some bubbles, but that's as far as it goes. Unless he lights it up in this offseason, then you know what I mean, the team is gonna have some things to talk about. Trek Reviewer says, could you see the Bills trading Jerry Hughes, Stephen Hauschka, Tyler Kroft, and the 4th-round pick for Stefon Gilmore and Matthew Slater? What? Trek Reviewer, what in the heck are you talking about? You think that forget about what we're offering, first and foremost. That's a troll question. I appreciate a good troll. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate a good troll. But ain't no way that the Patriots are going to give up Stefon Gilmore for Tyler Kroft, a 4th-round pick, Stephen Hauschka, Jerry Hughes. Boy, you tripping. I'm actually laughing at that question. No, stop it. Lay off the crack. It's not happening. Trek Reviewer, I appreciate the question. I appreciate the troll question, but it's not happening. It's like someone coming to us and saying, hey, man, I got, let me think of a team that's not so good. Okay, so let me go to the Bengals. I got John Miller. I don't know if John Miller's still on the team. I got John Miller. I got our kicker. I got freaking who's that little running back on the Bengals? I forgot his name. And I'll give you the quarterback right now. Not Joe Burrows, but the other one. I'll give you that guy for Trey White, and give me Zach Moss. You were gonna be like, what? Boy, get out of here with that. So that's kind of what that question kind of did to me. It made me giggle. Thank you so much for the laughter. Who do we got? Brian Bowers, I appreciate that donation, my G. Thank you. Yo, Rico, how big of a step does our offense take with Diggs joining? Does Josh reach 4,000 yards passing? Ooh. Okay, so here's the deal. When it comes to Diggs joining the squad, how could you not think the offense gets better? It has to get better. It has to. He's a bona fide number 1 receiver. That's what we've been missing since, I'll say Sammy Watkins left, right? And before Sammy Watkins, it was Stevie Johnson, my guy Stevie Johnson. So Diggs coming in has been the best receiver for a long time, since we've had. So it can't not go terrible. We can't let it go terrible. So yes, our offense is going to take a step up because defenses are going to have to respect our route running machine and Stefon Diggs, and the boy can run. So you're gonna have to account for Stefon Diggs no matter what you do. I don't care how elite your defense is, you still must account for him. So when you account for a guy like that, the offense has to get better. Now, does Josh Allen throw for 4,000 yards passing? I mean, the last couple years he's been at $3,000, 3,000 yards. So another 1,000 yards, we got a 1,000-yard type of receiver in Stefon Diggs. I'd say my prediction, he's throwing between 35 to 30. I'll say 38. I'll give him that. 35 to 3,800 yards. I don't think he makes it to 4,000 yards. If he does, great. I think he's between the 35 to 3,800 yards. That's the way I look at it, Mr. Brian Byers. I appreciate that donation, my G. Thank you very much. Could we trade a 7th round for Pat Mahomes and a 6th round for Aaron Donald? We sure can. Send that offer. They'll love to have that. Come on, man. Y'all tripping today, boy. Rico, facts. We get close to 4,000, but I don't think so. I think we run the ball a little more. Absolutely, man. We're going to be a power running team because we got guys that can hit between the tackles. So I look forward to seeing what kind of balance we have. Let me tell you something. Last year, if I were to ask you guys right now, were we more a running team or a passing team? What do you guys think? Based on what you saw last year, what percentage did we pass and what percentage did we throw? Did we run the ball? As you guys answer that question, I'm gonna answer Elliot Elsler's question. He says that Rico, all this attention and expectation on Allen's 3rd year. What about the QB of our defense? What are your expectations for Tremaine Edmonds? I think Tremaine Edmonds has a big year. I think he's on his way. I think that we picked the right guy for this defense, and he's young, man. I think he just turned 22, just turned 22. So I think that he's primed for a solid year. And I think I was reading, who was it? There was an interview on Tremaine Edmonds. Somebody was making a comment on Tremaine Edmonds, how he does not like to lose and he's competitive as hell. And if something that he doesn't do well, he's like, yo, let's run it back. So when I hear those things, I'm comfortable. I feel very good with what is upcoming with our guy Tremaine Edmonds. So I'm excited about that. So the question was, what is it that the last year so Jacob Andrews says 65. What did you put? 65 pass, 35 run. No, it was more like, I think it was like 50, 56, 44. I think it was 56, 44. We passed the ball more than we ran. How about that? How about that? I didn't expect there to be that big of a gap. I think it's actually higher than that. I'm just trying to go on the top of my head. So that being said, man, that's interesting as hell. So we were a passing team. Do you remember last year we were running? What is our identity? What do we do? What are we about? Like we're so like there's not one that you can expect, right? And all of a sudden I look at the numbers and we're more of a passing team. So does that formula change now that we have two young, capable running backs that can carry the load and take the pressure off Allen of passing the ball? But then we brought in a big time receiver. So man, I'm looking forward to this year, man. I'm looking forward to this year. Let's make it happen, man. Rodrigo says, passing for me, not sure of the numbers, but noticed that when Josh put up 30 plus passes, we were in trouble and we took L's. Kingpin said it best, man. We run, we win. We run, we win. I mean, that's the facts, man. When we have the ball in our hands and we doing it, it's looking mighty nice, mighty good. So, how many picks does Trey White snag this year? How many picks did he have this year? 4? He had 4 interceptions this year, or this past season. Did he have more than that? I feel like he had more than that. But anyway, how many interceptions does Trey White go for? I'm gonna get, honestly, man, I'm gonna go and give Trey 5 interceptions this year. I'm gonna give him 5 interceptions because right now he's gonna be too busy locking dudes down, and they're not. Did he have 7 interceptions? No. Was it that high? You lie. Oh, y'all think he's gonna get 8 interceptions? Nah, because here's what I'm thinking. The interception count for him is going to be around, like, actual interceptions is gonna be 4 to 5, because teams are not gonna want to throw his way. And if you do, disrespect. That's disrespect. They're going to try Josh Norman. That's who they're gonna try to go after. A prediction of 7 interceptions. That's because your quarterback has balls, and if you got balls and you think you can do that, yo, you better kick rocks because you're getting picked off. So they know better. So I don't think he's going to have many interceptions because he's going to be locking cats down. By the way, shout out to my guy, Mike Schiavi. What's going on, Mike Schiavi? Welcome to the Bing Biggity Bing Squad. Let's go. You know what it is. I appreciate that. I love that. Spin 0481 says, I think more because our offense will be able to score more and force other teams to pass the ball more often in return. Will give White more opportunities. That is if they throw him the ball. That's if they throw him to the ball. They throw the ball to his side. So great point. If we're scoring more points and it's forcing teams to throw the ball, good luck. We got 2 great safeties. We got a lockdown corner, and we have a guy that potentially could get back into great form and really make things happen. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out how this offense shakes out. Rico, do you have a target road game this season to attend, provided fans are allowed? I'm in NYC, and I'm at MetLife every year, twice a year. Yo, New York would be a good one to go to. I don't know. I'd have to try to keep it close. I mean, I'm not trying to go way too far, right? Buffalo's already a good 7-hour drive for me, 6 to 7-hour drive. So, I don't know. Pittsburgh. I think, are we at Pittsburgh or is Pittsburgh coming to us? I can't remember. But if I were to go to a away game, MetLife would be one of them. That'd be interesting. Get a Jets game in. It'd be interesting. A Miami game would be dope. I'd like to fly out there. Me and Kevin go fly out there so I can rub it in his face when we whoop his teams down. I like that. I like it. Beasley is going to have a huge year. I hope so. I hope so, because he was becoming one of Josh Allen's favorite targets, right? They weren't really meshing at first, but then they got it together and things started to work out. But I expect big things from Cole Beasley. I think he's my X factor. He's my guy. He's going to be opening up the middle, and it's going to have to make guys respect what we got. We legitimately, guys, we have 3 really good threats at receiver. 1 elite one. An elite threat in Diggs, a solid threat in both Beasley and John Brown. And Dawson Knox is becoming a threat at the tight end position because he's just coming into his own. So let's see what he does, man. My man Pierre Kingpin says John Brown did not help Allen with yak. Beasley didn't help with the yak either. Knox didn't help out Allen with the drops. Diggs fixes all of that. Allen MVP. What it do, baby? All right, man. Pierre, you're a fool, bro. First of all, Allen, I've been seeing this Allen MVP talk. Really? Are we really talking about Allen becoming MVP? Huh? Come on now. Let's be real. Let's cut it out, guys. Cut it out. Cut it out. Like he's going to his third year. We want him to progress. But to talk MVP, let's on scout. En français on dit on scout. Okay? We calm down. Let's relax. But having Stefon Diggs does fix all of those things. You're not going to get the drops. You're going to get the yak because I'm all about it. I need a receiver that gives me yak all day. When you catch the ball, I'm not just catching it just to go out of bounds. Sammy Watkins. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching it to go down for 6. So Diggs is going to be a difference maker when it comes to that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I got my guy Ray. Shout out to my guy Ray. Shout out from Seattle. Seattle in this bitch. Let's go. Ray, I appreciate that donation, my guy. Appreciate it. That's love, bro. That's love. Josh H says, why not us? Dream big, bro. We're going to the Super Bowl. Hey, we're going to if we go to the Super Bowl, man, the Super Bowl is going to be on the back of this defense. So we just need no turnovers. We need the defense to kill it, not giving any opportunities to these quarterbacks that we're facing, and we got to have a solid run game. If we have those things and we make it work, let's go. Let's go. Someone said Devin Singletary for MVP. Hey, it's possible. It's possible. Oh, what do we got here? Nicholas Evans says, going into 2021 offseason, who do you expect us to extend? Dawkins or Milano? Allen or Edmonds, 5th-year options are expected to be picked up, along with Trey going into his 5th season. So here's the deal. Trey White's going to get paid. Milano's going to get paid. Dawkins is going to – every one of those guys you named are going to get paid. It's a matter of when they get paid. I can't see us letting any of these guys go, right? Dawkins is a nice piece for this team, nice and young, and he's still learning the left tackle at such a young age. So once he hones his skills in, he's going to be legit. That boy is nice. I'm a fan of Deion Dawkins. Fan of the player that he is and more of a fan of the individual he is. He is just top notch, right? That boy is Buffalo. He is Buffalo. Milano will get extended. Now, wait, hold on. Let me back it up a little bit. Let me back it up. It all depends on what Milano's asking for. Because I've seen the range of, 10 to 13. I've seen people say that. Looking at 13 million a year. Are we ready to pay Milano that much money? Let's think about it now. Are we ready to give Milano that much money? Edmonds is a no-brainer. That 5th option is going to be picked up, and we're going to extend him. I'm not too worried about that. But Milano is the one player that I'm like, not sure. But he gives us versatility, cover, blitz, tackling. Although he's off and on with the tackling, but nonetheless, he's a very good player. He's solid at all 3 phases of the defensive phase of the game. Right? He can cover anybody. He can blitz, no problem, and he's a decent tackler. He has some misses, but he's a decent tackler. I'll take that all day. I think we do extend him, but he'd be the one that if I were to say, out of those guys you just named, who am I not bringing back? It'd be Milano. It would be Milano. Don't get your feelings hurt. It's just what it is. Sorry, folks. Sorry, ladies. I know you love the look. I know you love that Milano look, but he might not be back. I'm just putting it out there. Eric Gunn says, go to the Raiders game if y'all big balling. Geesh, prices are crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not only are prices are crazy, I'm from Canada. So y'all prices jack all the way up for us. I swear, when I go over there, man, I'm trying to get, I go to the games, I'm trying to buy some nachos. That thing is like $13. I'm like, are you nuts? For 6 chips of nachos, man, y'all tripping. But yeah, man, it costs a whole bunch to come to those Bills games. I'll tell you that much. What do we got? What do we got before I step out of here? Oh, there's my guy, New Mexico, EJE. What's going on, my G? Rico, as you know, New Mexico is in the Southwest. So which game do you think would be the best to go to? Las Vegas Raiders, Denver Broncos, Arizona Cardinals, or the 49ers in San Francisco? Ooh. If I'm going to one of those games, I'd have to go to the Las Vegas Raiders game only because brand new stadium. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what that's like. This is like state of the art stadium. I need to see it, right? Um, but if it's strictly on the competition and what game is best, I would like to see the Arizona Cardinals game. I want to see Kyler Murray. I want to see D Hop. I want to see Kenyon Drake. I want to see Larry Fitzgerald. I want to see Jordan Phillips on that squad. I want to see Buda Baker. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a lot of these guys on that Cardinals team. So you know what I'm saying? Patrick Peterson. I want to see these cats, man. So yeah, I'm actually going to the Raiders. I would take the Arizona Cardinals. That'd be more fun game to watch. That's gonna be fun, man. D Hop and Larry Fitz and Kenyon Drake. Shoot, man. And they put in a good little draft. Yo, that's gonna be fun, man. For stadium purposes, Raiders. For the competition of the game, yo, I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals, man. Straight up, I'm going with Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals game is going to be a good one. That's the one I'll go to. Matt Soda, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I need that hat, bro. Let me tell you something, man. For those that know me, I am a deal searcher, a deal seeker. I'm always looking for the deals, right? I found this one, 6 beans. What? Yo, ring me up. Ring me up, B. This is the beauty of when you shop for Bill stuff. When you go, I mean, at least around my area. For those that live in Buffalo, man, that's what you guys got. That's the squad, right? But over here, where I live, yo, you got all walks of life that are fans of teams of everywhere, and they always get the mainstream teams, right? Your Dallas Cowboys, your Patriots. So when there's a Bills gear, there's probably like, I mean, maybe 5 or 10 of them, and I'm like, and they're usually like on clearance. Nobody wants these. I do. Let me get 2 of them bitches, man. Yeah, man. So that's what it is, man. I'm a deal guy. So if I can find a good deal, man, I'm taking it. Taking it. NyQuil induced nightmare says I'm going to the Tennessee this year representing Buffalo Fanatics. Yo, representing the Buffalo Fanatics. That sounds beautiful. I love it. I love it. Kimpy says you scared to put Allen in that MVP category. Okay, fine. Okay, here's a guarantee. Allen gets his first 300-yard game. Womp womp. Is that supposed to make me like, dude? He's primed for 300 yards. Are you kidding me? What am I supposed to? Oh man, that's not gonna happen. It should happen. You got Stefon Diggs, you got John Brown, you got Cole Beasley, you got Devin Singletary that can catch out of the backfield. Yo, there's no reason he can't get his 300-yard game. Stop it, Pierre. Stop bringing that bull to me. That doesn't do it. If you're gonna give me something bold, give me something bold. That's not bold. Trying to put capital letters, trying to make me shook. Boy, please. Boy, please. My guy, Bills fan 1970. What it do, my guy? I'm planning on going to the Raiders game. Hope to see some of you there. Rico, I'm going to make a sign. BF. Yo, hold it up. Hold it up and put bing, bing, bing. Yo, that would be sick, man. Buffalo Fanatics with the Bing squad. I love it. I would love that. That'd be dope. Shout out to my guy, Bills fan 1970. Good man. Now here's one. First 300-yard games, week 1. Chris gets it. Be bold. If you guys are going to make a bold prediction, make one. So you know what? Let's make it right now. Bold prediction. Before I get out of here, what are your bold predictions? So week 1, Josh Allen throws for 300 yards against the Jets. That's bold. That'll be interesting. Is it possible? Absolutely. Heck yeah, it's possible. But it'll be interesting to see. I want to know how many games it's going to take for Allen to get his 300-yard game. I think he gets it this year. But how many games is it going to take for him to get it? Chris thinks it's going to be the first one. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Godspeed Production says 400 yards before 300-yard game. What? How's that even possible? You got to get the 300 before you get the 4. You feel what I'm saying? You got me coughing in this bitch. Godspeed, but I see what you're doing, man. I see what you're doing, brother. Trek Reviewer. Uh-oh, my troll is back. I'm putting together an all-time team. Do you know any place where you can find special teams stats for coverage guys? I don't know if this is a serious question or not, but there's this thing called Google, and I think there's a website called College Stats you can go to. I think it's like collegereference.com or something like that, and you can hit up all your NFL stats needs for sure. Thank you, Mr. Trek Reviewer. I don't know if that's for real or not, but I'm going to assume it's for real. Let me see what we got. Bold prediction. Bills beat Kansas City and go 6-0. Okay, Chad Cooper, what's the score? Give me the score of that game. I need the score of that game. 5 300-yard games for Allen in 2020. Ooh, okay, Culture Buzz. I see you, man. I see you. You want 5 300-yard games. Okay. Bada Bing Crosby says, no division sweep. We will lose last Miami game when we aren't playing our starters. So no division sweeps. We will lose the last Miami game when we aren't playing our starters. So if we're not playing our starters, that means we've already made it to the playoffs. And we barely made it to the playoffs if we didn't sweep any of the teams in the AFC East. No division sweeps. So, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. So Brian Bowers is agreeing with Pierre. Come on, man. Let's not drink the Kool-Aid Pierre's whooping up. He's whipping up some Kool-Aid and he put some stuff in there. Let's not do that. This thing called Google. Exactly. The F, man. Real talk. What do we got? Jay Barkley. Pierre, I'm with you on the yak and Diggs. Here's an interesting stat. Number of yak yards per catch. The last 2 seasons, Diggs had 4.4 and 4.8 yak yards per play. Better than Brown, Hawkins, and Thomas. We know that John Brown is not a yak guy. He catches the ball, unless it's in stride, he's not getting you. He's not juking and jiving. He's not getting you that. He's catching the ball and going down. He's giving you Sammy Watkins. So that's just what it is. But yo, Jay Barkley, I appreciate that stat. That's a nice one. I like that a lot. Appreciate that. Bold prediction: Zach Moss more 100-yard games than Devin Singletary. Now that, my friend, is a bold prediction. That's a bold prediction. So Zach Moss more 100-yard games than Devin Singletary. I can see it. I can see it. But I think that you guys are I don't want to say you're sleeping on Singletary, but Singletary is going to be doing his damn thing this year. He's going to be doing his damn thing. My prediction, Bills fan 1970 says 2 800-yard rushers. Now that I like. If we can get 2 800-yard rushers, yo, we're laughing. Because, I mean, think about it. Frank Gore, the aging Frank Gore, had over 400 yards rushing. Devin Singletary had over 770. Or still, we'll call it 700 yards. Zach Moss, the younger, fresher legs, can't get you 4 more 100 yards. Yo, I think that's possible. I think it's very possible. I think it's extremely possible. We sweeping the Jets? We won't find out. We won't find out. One more. I'm going to read one more and then I'm out of here. Bold prediction. Bills defense top 3. Offense top 10. I kind of like it. I F with that. If we take the leap that we're supposed to take this year, and our defense is doing what they're supposed to do, and we're putting the points on, and we're not just giving you 16 and 17 points a game, we're actually giving you 23, 24 points a game, I think that we can definitely make some things happen, man. I really do. Last one of the day. Bold prediction. Josh Allen wins MVP. Well, folks, that's how we're going to end the show, man. Josh Allen wins the MVP, the 2021 season. Josh Allen MVP. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It was fun. I didn't want to bring on topics to talk on. That's going to be for next one. I just wanted to kind of read some questions and go from there. And I think it was great, man. I think it was fun. It's kind of get away from, the things that are going on right now. This is kind of nice, right? And then we got to get back to real life. So we'll leave it at that. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Keep tuning into the Buffalo Fanatics. Y'all can follow me at RealRico_BF. If you guys peeped the top that I had yesterday, I had the Buffalo Fanatics handkerchief over the face look. It's on the merch shop. Jump into the merch shop if you guys haven't joined us. If you guys have not joined us, on our website, go check out our website, man. Go check out our website. We got our blogs, we got our videos, we got all that stuff. You guys need to follow us on Instagram. This is the Buffalo Fanatics on Instagram. If you guys haven't joined our Flick chat, jump on it. It's chatwithbf.com. It's simple. If you want that merch, get that Bing Squad merch, get anything that you're looking for right now. It's the BF shop. That's how we do. Listen, man, that's what we're gonna do it. And you know what? I wrote something down because I wanted to give a shout out to a couple people from the last live that I did, and I wrote y'all names down because I was I was thrilled. Oh man, where's my stuff? I swear, my girls come in here and they ruined Daddy's stuff, and I'm not very pleased right now. But nonetheless, there were some two new contributors to the Buffalo Fanatics, and I will get at for next show, and I'll point it in there. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. It's your boy Rico. Be good to one another. Be the difference. Be nice. Be kind, man. It's simple. One act, man. Just show love. All right? So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone.